welcome back to another photo editing tutorial with Fotor. So I just did a video about how the gang stalkers are deleting my people from Instagram, but I also showed you a picture that I had on there that a lot of people liked for no apparent reason. So and I already know that there's broadcast in this picture, so I'm gonna go to this picture. This is the picture and so we're going to do a little editing in this picture. So what I like to do is go to the editing settings, and I like to use this curve. So the curve is pretty much essential to the way I edit photos. So what I like to do is to start to make the sky look grainy, and let's see. You don't want to go too black, and you don't want to go too light. Although, when I go light like that, if you look on my shoulder, it looks like you can start to see something, and who knows, that could be some gang stalkers where they are, or whatever. I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of broadcast in this particular photo, and I already know that. It's like you can see on my jacket, where it's turning all red and stuff, you can kind of see something going on there, but that's not really what I'm trying to focus on in this picture, because I happen to already know that there's a lot of stuff in this picture. Now, there's something going on my face, and that's very possibly Marcus broadcasting on my face, because he loves to do stupid stuff like that and pretend like he's doing, with this broadcast, pretend like he's doing some kind of lewd act on my face. It's just one of the stupid things he does for his live stream. But okay, so if you see in the sky how up in the very top left square, if you look at the sky right there, you can really start to see letters. Okay, and that's really what you're looking for. I mean, it's one thing to show that gang stalkers are in your pictures and they look like demons, or they're doing sexual things or whatever, but who cares, really? I mean, that's not really going to help you. But what is going to help you is these links. So if you look up in the top, all of the top squares right now, you can start to see letters in the sky. So that's really what you're looking for when you're starting to do these edits, because those are links to live streams and to neural monitoring stuff, to EMF stuff, to the sites that these gang stalkers are using with neural monitoring and with live streams and with the broadcast stuff. So that's really the kind of stuff that you're looking for. So you want to try to look at that. Look at the top left, how you can really start to see the letters forming in the picture. So, and you can do all kinds of different stuff. I know for a fact that in this picture, and I'll try to find it right quick just to show you what I'm talking about. Look, just to the left of me on this video. It'd be to the right of me, I guess, in real life, but where to the left of my shoulder in the pink area, you can start to see a face, and that's Emily. That's the gang stalker Emily. I can tell because I know what she looks like. So that's the gang stalker Emily, and I don't know if that's her where she is, or it's probably her where she is, but you could definitely start to see that face appear just to the left of me in the picture, to the right of me in actual life. So, and it looks like maybe there's another face of some kind of goblin looking ass gang stalker up under her, but right there where that dot is covering her up now. But let me move that dot, and that's where you can see the face, and that face is I believe that face is Emily, the gang stalker Emily. Now when I do that, that really starts to bring some stuff out. So right in there, the top left square, you can really start to see some letters and stuff. And then all of the red areas in the sky, you can really see something going on. So, a lot of times it's very difficult to see what's going on in these pictures because there's broadcast. It's layered on broadcast. It's layered on broadcast. So it's hard to tell a lot of times what you're looking at, and different edits can give you different. It shows different broadcasts and different spectrums. So it's good to take several different edits and then layer them up in another app that can layer photos. But right now I'm just kind of showing you really what you're looking for is those letters and those links. So as you can see, like when I make it red, the letters kind of disappear, but as I make it more green and blue, the letters start to form. And I'm looking at the top left square right now. So you want to make it show up as good as you can with the curve setting. And I know a lot of this is improper editing techniques, but I'm not trying to do a proper edit. I'm trying to do an edit to show a broadcast of EMF waves in the air, and there really is no standard techniques to this. I kind of invented this this whole thing of exposing EMF broadcasts in photography. So I think everybody should be doing it. I had somebody earlier hit me up, and they're doing the same thing, and they're associated with some famous people, and they've got this broadcast stuff going on, and they're doing the same thing, and I'm glad, because this is one of the things that we need to be doing. Also, I had a few other people hit me up, so this is getting out there, and it's working. Once I've got the curve setting adjusted to where I can start to see broadcast, then I'll go and do brightness. And the thing about it is the brightness is going to work. You don't want to save it yet with the little check, because the brightness is going to work in accordance with the spectrums that you're isolating in the curve setting. So you can see now the brightness will do all kinds of stuff that it wouldn't do if I was to save it and then go. Now look where I said that I could see Emily earlier. Now she's turned green, and it doesn't look as much like Emily now. When it was red, it looked like Emily. So it could be somebody completely different now in a different light spectrum. And I don't know if they can control that with settings on the neural monitoring or not. But I'm trying to show these links in the sky at the top portion. So I'm trying to show these letters. So that's what I'm really working on. And I could care less about seeing Emily, the gang stalker, doing her mind control orgy stuff. I'm really just looking for the letters. That's what I'm interested in. So if you go to contrast, it's the same difference. It's you're working with the spectrums that you isolated with the curve setting. So you can really see up in the upper left of the screen how there's different sorts of letters starting to formulate. Now, still, the best way to do this is to take, say, 5 different edits and then get another app that layers photos and lets you blend them. And then once you do that, then you can really start to make things come out that you can't see in one photo. But you can definitely see a lot of letters and stuff in the sky in this particular edit. And that's what you're looking for mainly. That's the most valuable piece of the broadcast that you're looking for, because that's what can get you something or get you somewhere. So I want to make those letters look as clear as I can. And sharpness is pretty important. In this particular edit, it's not doing that much, but usually sharpness, you can really dial in the clarity of whatever you're looking at. So this little green person to the left of my shoulder is smiling like a gang stalking retard on mind control. I don't use that Vignet or Vignet or however you say that. I don't really use that, because that just kind of darkens the edges. I'll show you. It just brings in some darkness from the edges. So I don't really use that because it doesn't do anything helpful to me. Shadow is important, because shadow, you see, the shadow can bring out different portions of the light spectrum. So I'm still trying to really dial in the lettering, and these letters are going to end up being too small, and they're not even the same letters that I would see in the beginning of the edit. But like those are the ones that are looking like blue, and they're bigger. But then as as I do like that, the smaller green letters start to appear, and as I do that, they kind of blend in, and the larger blue ones start to appear. So there's different layers upon layers of broadcast, and I'm not sure how that works, if that's with settings or what they got going on that makes it like that. I'm not really caring that my face is starting to look like a rainbow, because this isn't something that I'm trying to work with. It's not the object of this tutorial. So temperature is just gonna kind of change the color, but it's not really gonna give you more. I guess it kind of can. See, like you can see right there, the green letters up in the upper left are really starting to come out more. So like I say, it helps a lot to do different edits. And like right there, you can really see several lines of letters starting to appear, and that is what you're looking for. Now, in the purple part, like center height, but just to the left of me, that purple part is looking like a face is starting to appear, and that's probably another gang stalker wherever they are. But again, I don't care about seeing them. They're not interesting to me, and what they're doing to each other on mind control is not interesting to me. Right there, you can start to see, like level with my eyes, but to the left, you can start to see some more letters appearing. In that spectrum. Now they disappeared, but now they're coming back kind of green. So you can see letters appearing right there. So it's really like we're in the Matrix. All of these codes and letters are flowing around, but they're links. They're links to internet stuff, and this is where the gang stalkers are going online to access this kind of stuff. So it's links to the live streams, and right about there, all in the sky, you can just see letters everywhere. So the more we learn how to do this, and maybe we could use specialized cameras, and let me save that, or let me just check it, and then I'll go back to like brightness, and you can see how brightness behaves a lot differently now that I saved it, because if you look, my curve setting is back to normal. So it left it where it was, but it saved it as that. Now I could go back and like extend the range of a curve setting further if I wanted to. And I've done that too, but the picture can really start to get away from you. So like that's really starting to bring stuff out. But maybe we could use specialized cameras, and maybe if I had like Photoshop, the real $1,000 edition, and different things. There's more ways to get better at this, and a lot of people should be doing this kind of thing with their photos. And if you're on remote neural monitoring, then you have broadcast in every photo that you take, especially where you're focused and looking. That's where the broadcast really is. But it's all around you, and your photos are going to see it. So obviously I wasn't looking behind me in the sky, but there's broadcast behind me in the sky, and you can clearly see that there's some kind of letters. It's really difficult to make out, but they're there. So the more you edit, the more stuff you're going to find. You're going to find all kind of stuff. You're going to find different stuff in the same picture in different spectrums. So layering is important, and doing different edits of the same pictures are important, especially if you find a good picture. One thing that I can say is when I post pictures on Instagram, a lot of broadcast people like the pictures that have the most broadcast stuff in them. And if I post something that's got like a good neural monitoring link in it, hundreds of people will like it. And it's because they're broadcast people and they know what's up. So it's kind of a good way to tell which pictures you need to start editing. Because a lot of times you just can't see the broadcast without editing. Sometimes you can, but a lot of times you can't. And God blessed me with the ability to see broadcasts in certain situations. So that enabled me to understand what's going on with all of this stuff and how the broadcast works. But you can clearly see that there's some lettering there. It's difficult to make out, but it's all around you, and it's all in the sky, just like the Matrix. It's all around you, and there's probably lettering all around me in different spectrums all over the place. So I'm going to just save that and That's just another way that we can go about finding stuff that has to do with neural monitoring. So it's a good idea to learn how to edit photos really well and do this kind of thing.